Day breaks over the Mata Atlântica. Confined to the Monte Pascoal National Park, in the south of Brazil's Bahia region, the Pataxós Indians live in harmony with nature. But for how much longer? The indigenous peoples represent just 1% of the country's population. Over the last few decades, they have experienced pressure from the major landowners and have been disposed of their lands. In what used to be the territory of the Pataxó, you now find gigantic eucalyptus plantations, their wood being used in the manufacture and export of paper pulp. They draw a great portion of the water and nutrients from the region's soils and destroy the biodiversity which the Pataxós need to survive.
I'm really angry with these eucalyptus trees because they're destroying our land, because not even the birds have the courage and freedom to come into this green desert which destroys everything and gives us nothing.
Finding a solution to the problems of the Pataxós Indians is one of the projects which the European Commission has decided to support as part of its work to champion human rights, and it's dealing directly with the civil society. In the south of the country, in Porto Alegre, various actors from across the whole South American continent have met representatives from the European Commission. The Commission came to listen and to outline its policies on cooperation, a desire to involve the civil society in development and to set up a real dialogue. As Antoine Gilbert from the European delegation in Brazil explained to us in Porto Alegre.
There are great resources within the civil society, particularly a huge wealth of social movements. But not all these social movements have the leaders they need. So training these leaders is a real problem, and that's what we're going to concentrate on.
Adson works for the CIMI, a Brazilian NGO supported by the European Commission. The CIMI works alongside and provides legal training for the indigenous population of the country in their struggle. He regularly visits the various Pataxós chiefs, offers legal training and meetings with various actors from society. He feels this work cannot be done by the government, which is too remote from the interest of the indigenous populations. The government, which however must soon decide the new demarcation of the Pataxós territory.
The NGO are closer to the societies. They're familiar with their lives and with their problems.
Monte Pascoal was originally a symbolic place in the culture of the Pataxós, a place where their ancestors lived. Today, these are the only lands which remain theirs. Thanks in particular to the support of the European Commission, the Pataxós can now defend themselves more effectively in law. But despite that, they must continue to struggle to safeguard their rights, and like all indigenous populations, who are in the minority in Brazil, to preserve their culture.